Do you struggle with knowing how to go from one chord to the next or how to make a good chord progression? I'm going to talk about the basics of that in this video. So if this is something new to you, hang with me and watch to the end. So we're going to stick with the major key for this video because a lot of what I say is going to apply to minor, because we're basically going to be talking about the connections between the roots of the chords. So to remind you, the root is the bottom note of the triad, okay? The bottom note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. The major chords happen on the 1, the 4, and the 5, okay? So if you can be in a key and you can figure out what the 1, the 4, and the 5 are, you can basically go between those three chords and you can't mess it up. Like, it's just, they get along really, really well. If you have a moment where you need it to sound a little bit darker, the first most commonly used minor chord is the minor 6 down there. So, or up here, okay? So the 6th chord and the 1 chord share 2 of the same notes. This is the 1 chord, C major, and this is the 6th chord, A minor. See how they got these 2 notes? So you can really substitute if you're tired of writing with just 1, 4, and 5, and you need a darker harmonic moment. You can substitute that minor 6 for the 1 very easily, and that can add a nice flavor. Now, another option is if you've got another moment and you're getting tired of the 1, 4, 5, you can go to the 2 chord instead of the 4 chord. And that adds a nice, darker, more complex emotion. And again, those are related because they share 2 chord tones, okay? So anytime you've got a chord that you feel like is plain Jane, predictable, whatever, the first option you have is to try the chord that goes down a third, that shares the same, root and third of your chord, go down and make that now the new 3rd and 5th of your chord. So you can do a chord progression that is right. That's instead of the 4 chord. Same thing works for the 5 chord. This is less common, but still used plenty of times. 5 chord. Again, if you feel like the 5 chord is predictable and you're tired of that sound, try a minor 3 instead. Same, it shares 2 notes, so they're very related to one another. That can sometimes substitute. So you can substitute chords that are a third away. You can substitute, try going down a third, going up a third. But that is a way to broaden the use of the chords that you're using. But just remember, 1, 4, 5, you can't go wrong. Add the 6 in there, you still can't go wrong. Try a 2 chord, can't go wrong. I hope that was helpful. Again, ask away if you have any questions.